Are you ready to shift from body bashing to body blessing? This is Jacqueline Foster here of Feeling Good TV, the place to come visit when you're really yearning to make an impact without sacrificing your desires for passion and pleasure. And today we're going to talk about the body, this one place that we live 24/7 no matter what. We can always change our jobs, we can change our apartments, we can change the state or the country we live in. But until we die, until we pass on, the one place that we live 24/7 is our bodies. But don't we just spend so much time bashing it, knocking it down, and looking at all of its imperfection? Okay, so today we're gonna stop that, and we are gonna actually, more than stop it, we're gonna learn how to transform those thoughts, those negative patterns into something that's actually positive and really showing gratitude and appreciation for the body. So I'm going to take you through a 3-step process that I take myself through that really can take as short as 30 seconds to a minute. And you can do this when you are actually in the moment, or you can take this home and do this in a little bit more of a larger scale. Okay. The reason that I'm sharing this exercise today is because I had an experience this week where I was creating a handout of stretches, and the stretches were of me doing the positions, and I caught myself being very critical of myself, and I had to use these 3 steps on myself. So I thought I would share with you today how I use them and really encourage you to adapt this in a way that works for you and to begin to do this as well. Okay, so when I saw those pictures of myself, one of the first things I became very critical of was my arms. I immediately said to myself how chunky my arms looked and got really critical about them, said that they didn't look good, they didn't look attractive, they were chunky. And so I thought, whoa, baby, this is not the perception that I want to have about my body. Let's change this. So what I did is first, and these are these 3 things I want you to keep in mind. I first acknowledged that thought. I had that thought that my arms were chunky, so I stopped to acknowledge it. I actually wrote it down on a piece of paper, said, okay, this is here. I acknowledge it. Acknowledging it is so powerful because you're not fighting it, you're not trying to ignore it, you're just letting it be there. It's so much more powerful than just trying to ignore it. When we ignore it, when I ignore it, it just comes back harder the next time. Acknowledge the thought. The second thing you do is you shift it into a body release. That can be as simple as breathing out the thought, so taking it from my mind and imagine myself breathing it out. It could be as something like flicking it off through your arms, or imagine that thought into a sensation that moves all the way through your toes and you can just flick it off your toes. Experiment with a way to physically bring that thought into a sensation that you release through your fingertips, through your breath, or through your toes. Play with it. The 3rd step is to replace that thought with a body blessing, with something that you appreciate or acknowledge about that specific part of your body. For me, for example, I switched from chunky arms to breathing it out, to acknowledging the strength in my arms and acknowledging all the ways that that strength helps me dance, helps me feel more confident and strong, and really coming to a place of appreciating my arms. So these 3 steps are really short. You can see even talking through it, it takes less than a minute. So getting in that habit can be really fast and really powerful. So I would love to know as well what you do when you catch yourself bashing your body to shift into a blessing. And one final thing I want to say about this that's really important is that this process of switching from body bashing to body blessing is something that we all go through. It's something that we all have to shift and experience. So just knowing that we all have this, that we're all working through it, I think is really helpful. Every single person has a way that they need to retrain their thoughts about the way that they see themselves to a way that's actually more constructive and more empowering, and that really connects to the body's wisdom, connection, and ability to really express and be authentic. So I encourage you to switch from body bashing to body blessing. And I'd love to hear more about how this exercise goes for you. If you enjoyed this exercise, this video, and you'd like to have more, you can come over to JacquelineLaceyFoster.com for more videos. And you can actually even put in your email and subscribe to Feeling Good TV so I can send you an update every week. And you can also find me on hertube.tv. Wishing you an amazing week full of body blessing, and looking forward to sharing more with you next time. Thanks so much.